Hello, my friends. In today's video, I have an exciting announcement, and I'm a little bit nervous, I can't lie to you. You might be wondering why, after some good weekly uploads and consistency on my channel, I just stopped posting for over a month. And the reason is because I'm moving. It's just crazy. For me, this is my own house. It's my very first home that I purchased. I love this home so much. It's very sad. However, I wanted to talk a little bit about why my fiance and I are moving and a little bit about the new home. And then hopefully as we move this week, I can take some video of me packing up my studio, and I'm so excited to show you the new house's studio. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind. The reason that I've waited for so long to talk about this, even though it's been an almost 2-month process, is because I have been waiting on so many things to be finalized for me to even know that we're moving. We have that ability. I would absolutely love to make a video talking about purchasing a home and selling a home. I've never sold a home before, and that process is so much worse than purchasing a home. I would say that I've been very fortunate and lucky in this process. I would love to talk to you about the finances behind it all. I have no idea if this is something that you would be interested in. I am 23 right now. I purchased this home when I was 21. I would love to share that process because maybe it would be eye-opening for some of you or give you confidence in yourself to purchase a house yourself. And talking about anything money related is very vulnerable, so I would be a little bit scared or nervous to be posting that. However, I know that this is the kind of transparency that would be so great to just have in general. You can actually form an informed and educated decision for your own life. Okay, I'm getting so ahead of myself. Please comment down below if you would like an in-depth video on the process of purchasing your first home, selling your first home, and then the process of us purchasing the second home. Where shall we begin? I guess the very first place to begin is in the beginning, why we decided to look for a new house in the first place. The house that my fiance has moved into and that I have lived in for 2.5 years is around 1,250 square feet. It does not have a finished attic or a finished basement, but there is storage space in the basement. And so this house is 2 beds, 1 bath, has been the perfect size for me to comfortably work and to comfortably have my own personal life in. A really important factor for me, I've realized, is having a separation between my studio space and my bedroom and even a living room. It's been perfect for one single person to live in. However, my fiance moved in with me, and he is a large man. He's a minimalist. He doesn't even have a lot of stuff. Just the sheer size of him, everything that he has is giant compared to me. One thing that we had to compromise on when he moved in was sharing the same office space. So he works from home. He has the option to work from an office, but it has been nice to do a little bit of a hybrid situation. This office space would be good if neither of us had to really talk for our jobs, but recording videos with somebody in the room that is actively at work has been challenging. And Zach also has a job where he's on calls for most of his day. That has been fine when I'm just doing admin work or working on my computer, but when I have to film videos or edit them or do voiceovers or do exactly what I'm doing now, sitting down and talking, he has to leave the room. He's a very chill guy, goes with the flow. However, I just don't feel right kicking him out of his own office space as well every single time that I have to work. It's been kind of an uncomfortable working situation for both of us. So this means that when he's working from home, he's working on the couch a lot of the time. It's important to me for myself and for him that we have healthy work/personal life balance. And so he has not been able to have that in this space. So that is one adjustment that we have been making as we've been living together. The second is that since this is a 2-bedroom house, whenever we have guests over, they sleep in the office. And there is a couch in here that can comfortably have one person sleeping on it. When there's more than one person, we've had a blow-up mattress in the middle of the room. But as you can imagine, that just means that both Zach and I cannot work in the office when we have guests over. Just in general, it's nice to host. Having people stay in the office for days at a time during the work week is super challenging for us. We've been considering moving to a larger city about 2 hours away for some time, so we started to look at houses there, and we found a house that was really beautiful, a Victorian style home, and we went to go see it in person. It was over our budget, but we were thinking about, could we make this work? And we both were kind of uneasy about it. So I decided to just check Zillow and Realtor.com in our area right now and see if there was something that would meet our needs, and I found the perfect home instantly. The process for getting pre-approved for this home took almost 14 days. The lender that we were recommended to use by a friend was very slow at communicating and was not helpful and was not providing any options, and something that I think is super important when you have a listing agent, you have a realtor, you have a lender, is to have somebody who can explain the entire process to you and won't treat you like you're dumb because you don't know any of the process. I mean, as a first-time home buyer, you have to learn at some point, and it's important to have somebody who treats you with respect, answers your questions, gives you all the options so that you can make an informed decision. This agent was not giving any options, and luckily, because I've been through this home buying process before, I knew what the options were. I would suggest something to him and he would be like, oh, yeah, that could work. So finally we were fed up with him. We went with the listing agent for the house that we wanted to see to get pre-approved to even go see it in person. We went with her recommendation for a lender, and he is so kind and got us pre-approved the next day. We were able to go see the house in person. I was so unsure of why the house had been on the market for so long at this point. The house had been on the market for 20 days. When we went to finally see it in person, it was so beautiful and perfect and everything we could have imagined for a dream home. The mortgage for the new house is what Zach and I have been paying separately when we were not living together, separately on our mortgage and our rent and our utilities. So it is well within our budget. We know that we can afford it. The only downside to the house that I can see why it has been on the market for so long is that the area that it's in is not the most amazing area. However, it's not bad enough of an area that it's unsafe in our opinions, with a home security system. So that was not an issue for us at all. This house has so much storage. It has an outdoor shed that is huge, has electrical and heating, which we're so excited about. More importantly, it has so much storage for us. This house right now has 2 tiny closets, and that's it. I have to keep decluttering my art supplies and have not really been able to create products for my shop because this area cannot handle anything else in it. I would love to have my drafting table and easel out so that I can draw larger pieces for YouTube especially, and I cannot have those up. They are just in the basement right now waiting for me to use them, but hopefully soon I will be able to do so. I will definitely show you a house tour of the new house if you would like to see that. Something that I've always dreamed of is to live in a Victorian style home, and this house is perfect. This house has bay windows, fireplaces, it has a sunroom. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm beaming. I can't think of anything else, and this whole process has been so stressful and anxiety inducing, and all I can keep thinking about is this new house and moving. The house has been maintained so well by its previous owners. It's just a little bit outdated. There is room for us to go in and do room makeovers and to make the place really our own, and I'm so excited to film those videos. Something that I've been learning about myself recently is I love interior design so much. It's something that is like an all-consuming hobby for me at the moment. I would love to show more of that in my process on this channel and see how I'm learning and growing. We are so lucky to be able to afford a house like this, and it's only because of the town that we live in that's relatively small. The super exciting part for both of us is that the house is so close to downtown that we can walk to downtown, to coffee shops, to breakfast. So what's the catch? The catch is quite a couple of things. The first has been, I have been waiting on the appraisal for this home for a while, and we just got it yesterday. Today, the day that I'm filming, is the day that we were originally scheduled to close on the sale of this home, and then in 3 days we were going to be able to purchase the new home and move. However, the whole appraisal process was such a shit show, and they kept having to check the basement for water in the basement, even though it's unfinished and this house is over 100 years old. We finally got the appraisal and the approval from our lender that we are all good to close. However, this has pushed our closing dates to be the 9th and the 12th. We are selling this house on the 9th and purchasing the new house on the 12th. We have to leave for our trip to Europe on the 13th. I truly don't know what to say right now. That's the catch. That's the biggest one. We have to do this entire move in one day and have everything packed for our trip for the teaching retreat in France. It's fine. This week I will be packing. Because we hadn't got the appraisal, I did not want to film this video and I did not want to pack before I knew that we were actually moving. Worst case scenario, if we could not have sold this home, we could not have purchased the next one, and we would have been at a net neutral except for all the time and energy spent into this process. So I did not want to be packing up to only have to unpack if this did not happen. It is happening and we have to pack. We have been so anxious about this process because I've never sold a house before, as I've said. I'm very excited to be able to comfortably stop calling this my house and for the new house to be our house. I feel like it's such an exciting new step for both of us in our relationship and our lives together, for both of us to have healthy work lives as we work from home, to be able to have guests over. That is my big news. Other than that, we are going to be going to France and Switzerland for 3 weeks, and so I will be gone for a while. This is going to be my last video, I think, for a while, unless I film the moving out process and edit it on the trip and post it. Just keep a lookout for more videos from me because I will be back. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me and hanging out. I hope you enjoy this video, and please let me know which parts of this whole process you'd like to see. Like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.